And what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, and Michael Jordan the Gaming, back with another commentary. And what's good with y'all, man? Yeah, I know it's been a while. Your boy Tick has been tied up with schoolwork, and I got more papers I have to do before the next week, because next week is the last week of school. So gotta get all these papers down and whatever. I'm actually going to start after I do this commentary and post it. But anyway, man, this commentary is going to be about hidden gems. And what I mean by hidden gems are, I'm talking about video games. So I'm talking about video games that are very good but don't get noticed, or if they do get noticed, people might play it and they might like a game that's kind of similar to it, and they'll automatically, you know, label it as ripping off that game or not being as good as that game, even though it might be better. So I decided to play APB during this commentary because APB is one of those hidden gems. Now, if you're not a PC gamer, you wouldn't know anything about this game, so you guys don't count. But the guys that are PC gamers, man, this would be a definite hidden gem. It's free to play, and as you can see, it borrows some things from Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it's the sandbox mode gameplay, and it's kind of like Saints Row a little bit too. But to be honest with you, this game is all about multiplayer, so it doesn't have a single player or anything like that. Everything is all multiplayer, and it's like a role-playing game basically. And I like it better than Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto, to be honest. I mean, I like Saints Row better than Grand Theft Auto, well, except for 3, because 3 didn't have online in it. But Grand Theft Auto, you know, this game was basically what I wished Grand Theft Auto 4 was going to be. And there goes Fraps messing up again with the black screen. But this game is basically what I wanted Grand Theft Auto to be, man. Like, I wanted, you know, things like being able to customize my own guy and run around and do missions and stuff like that. But basically, Grand Theft Auto is you get to ride around free roam and everything like that. But first of all, you have to pick a certain preset character or whatever, a certain character skin. So you can't create your own guy and customize them. You can't customize your vehicles either, and you run around and you shoot with the guns. The game has auto aim on it for one. All you gotta do is hold the left trigger or whatever it is. I can't remember. I haven't played that game in forever, but I think it was the left trigger. You hold the left trigger and it'll lock onto the guy or whatever, and you can just easily gun people down. And then the missions weren't really missions. They'd just be like team deathmatch or something like that you'll choose, and you know, you wouldn't have to you know, you didn't have to worry about go to this objective, steal this from the house, and then carry it out to a drop off or nothing like that. You didn't really have missions like that. I don't know if they added that in the expansions, because I didn't have the expansion packs. You know how I do. I don't spend money on, well, not expansions, but DLC. I don't spend money on DLC like that. And then I didn't really like Grand Theft Auto 4 anyway, so I was definitely not going to spend it for that. But yeah, I don't know if it was on the DLC, but you know, you really couldn't do that on a regular game. So this game, you got all that. You got customization like crazy. I mean, you can customize your clothes. You can put whatever emblem you want if you know how to draw it in the customization thing. It's kind of like Black Ops when you draw on your emblems and stuff like that, but it's actually more detailed. There's more you can do. Also, you can customize the way your character looks. You know, his build, everything like that. Very similar to Saints Row on that part. You also can customize your weapons. Kind of like Saints Row, but Saints Row you couldn't do that online, but on this you could do it online. And as you can see, the shooting mechanics aren't, you know, you lock onto the guy or anything like that. You actually got to have the skills to actually shoot him. You feel me? You got to actually have aim and stuff like that. So this game is definitely, I would put it better than Grand Theft Auto. I mean, Grand Theft Auto kind of looks better, but that's not saying much. Graphics don't make a good game, you know. And it's just crazy because, you know, when Hard 8 Tom saw me playing this a while ago, he was like, man, that game sucks. But I see he plays Grand Theft Auto 4 a lot, and that game is boring. I mean, the reason it's so popular is because it's it's a game that's just very popular. I mean, it has a lot of buzz behind it. You know, whenever someone mentions a Grand Theft Auto game, you know, either coming out or just mention it, you know, it's always going to get a lot of praise, and it's mostly always anticipated. You know, people are already still talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and stuff like that. So, you know, that game is just automatically going to be considered, you know, a better game, but it doesn't make it true. I mean, this game hands down is way better than Grand Theft Auto. The only thing that's wrong with this game is that the hackers are in it, and they hack like most of the time. I mean, like 90% of the community are hackers. So that's the only problem with the game. But other than that, you know, this game is by far better than Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm just gonna be honest. And then, you know, there's a lot more games other than this game. I want to talk about other games. You know, like do you guys remember the game Homefront? I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't remember Homefront, and if you do, you probably have bad memories of it or calling it, you know, a horrible game or whatever. And the reason why the game is horrible to most people that actually played it is because they went in thinking that the game was Call of Duty. I mean, when you first look at the game, the first thing that pops in your mind, like, oh, this is Call of Duty, so I'm definitely going to do good on this game. And then you get on and you find out that you actually have to shoot people a little bit more. The maps are bigger and there's vehicles on the game. And the perks aren't like the perks on Call of Duty. They're actually perks that really are not, like, you know, that really don't help you get kills or anything like that. They're, you know, they're perks that actually just help your person be a little bit better. Like, okay, you might reload faster, or you can take more damage and stuff like that. So those are the perks that are in Homefront. But, you know, people play it and they were like, oh my god, this game is horrible. Or people that actually saw the game were like, I'm not buying that game, it's a Call of Duty ripoff, before they even gave it a chance. And that game was actually pretty great. I actually downloaded the demo and played it, and I was like, man, this game's pretty good. I mean, I'm mad that I didn't buy it. I did want to buy it when I first saw them announce it and saw the trailers for it and stuff like that, but I ended up not getting it because, you know, I ended up getting Black Ops or whatever. So I was like, whatever, I played Black Ops, I don't really need to play that. None of my friends like it anyway. You know, I was going off of word of mouth from my friends. They were like, that game's not good and stuff like that. And they really couldn't give me a good reason why it wasn't good. They just kept saying it wasn't good. So I decided to try the demo. I was bored one night and I downloaded it on the PC and tried it out. And I was like, man, this game is pretty good. I don't understand. So you gotta actually try these games for yourself, man. I mean, that's one mistake we make, is we seem to just sit there and we play the most popular games and just accept them for what they are. I mean, even if the game is broken or horrible, like Modern Warfare 3 or you know, Grand Theft Auto 4, you know, those games were horrible. I mean, but you know, we still accepted it as good. We were like, okay, well, whatever, I paid for the game and it's still Grand Theft Auto, so I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna make myself feel like the game is actually good when we know the game is actually bad, man. I mean, it took me about 4 days to actually admit that Grand Theft Auto 4 was horrible. I was like, oh my god, okay, I can't take it anymore. The driving is bad. I mean, controlling the cars is horrible. I mean, I know they want to go that realistic route, but you know, I hate sim driving games anyway, so that just was a bad idea, first of all. So I was like, man, I'm not really enjoying the way you drive. I'm sliding all over the place. I eventually got used to it, but I still didn't like the whole concept. So then, you know, I'm thinking it's like San Andreas. I'm like, well, I just can't wait till I get to customize my vehicles. And then someone who actually beat the game told me, like, no, you don't get to customize your vehicle. There's nowhere to do that. And I was like, I'm done with the game. And that's when I stopped playing the game. Right after that, I think I got to the mission where I had to go to the little hospital place, and I stopped playing it. I didn't even do the mission. So that's why I sucked at it. For all you guys, I told you I sucked at that hospital mission because I took a whole year off from the game and then decided to go and try that mission for the first time. And at that point, I forgot how to drive the gun. I mean, drive the cars. I forgot how to shoot and aim my gun and stuff like that. So I was doing horrible. And then when I finally got in the car, when I got out of the hospital, I just couldn't drive, and I ended up getting caught by the cops. So that's why I suck bad at it. But yeah, man, we gotta, you know, stop ignoring these other games, man, and just stop playing these one titles. I mean, you see these Call of Duty commentators, all they play is Call of Duty. They don't give any other game like Battlefield a chance, and when they do play it, they'll just find any excuse in the world to say it sucks, even though it's pretty much better than Modern Warfare 3 or any other Call of Duties. But anyway, man, rate, comment, subscribe to the video. But this is your boy Tick. I get blown up by my homeboy, even though I caused the window. But I'm about to be out of here. I'm gone. Bye.